Everyone, hey, congratulations on your new film, Standing on the Shoulders of Kitties.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Such a fun film, such a fun film. So tell us, um, how does it feel getting this docu-film out there to the world today?
Oh, it feels pretty great, because, going on tour over in Europe, with Billy Bob Thornton and then running into Ronnie Wood and stuff. It was pretty amazing. Oh, look at that kitty. Look at that kitty. Hold him up again.
Yeah, he's a nice one.
That's one nice kitty right there. Yeah, but getting the movie out, it's pretty great. Like, me and Randy were over there, and then the boys came over and rescued us basically. But to finally get it out so that people can see it, it's pretty fantastic.
I feel pretty good because I'm Randy Roadie, and if it wasn't for me, I don't think the movie would have happened.
Well, if it wasn't for me, it wouldn't have happened.
Boys, what are you talking about?
Well, I was the one that started the band.
You didn't start the band, Ricky.
Well, my dirty burger was the tour bus.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was then. Just you, Randy. You did it all.
And me.
Would
And Ricky, yeah, your pot playing, Ricky, was what he was.
would all the shenanigans wouldn't happen if Julian was managing on the tour?
I should have been
Well,
over there in Europe with these guys. They would have made a lot more money. We would have made way more contacts. It would have been a hell of a lot more fun.
Julian.
And those guys wouldn't have gotten lost wherever the hell they went to. They're dumb. I
I
mean,
wasn't lost.
you're a great musician, Bubs. You just don't have the managerial skills to make it, buddy.
Oh, I know how to manage.
Taylor
Just
Swift, look at her. Look what happened to her. She had to buy her whole library back, man. You would not be in that situation with me.
yeah, okay, bud.
Randy, tell us about your experience as a roadie. How exciting was it overall?
Well, this is my first roadie experience, and I have to. Bubbles, thank you so much for teaching me about the different strings on guitars and about the sound. And I think, well, maybe I could start doing these things on weekends. I could
No,
start.
you can't, Randy. I'm telling you right now, you don't have the skills, bud.
I, but you taught me what I need to know, Bubs.
But you still don't know what string goes where on the guitars. You're always putting the wrong one on. You can't do
Well,
that with a professional band, Randy.
I'm gonna watch some of those instructional videos just to get better.
Ricky, what would you do contributed if you were on that tour in Europe?
I just would have made sure that, Bubs didn't get fucked around. He's my friend, and I would have taken care of him a lot better than Randy did. Randy's really not that bright.
I'm not Bubbles' manager. Like,
And I would have that guy with the deep voice, I would have put him in his place. He was a bit of an asshole.
Hmm.
Mayhew, yes, he is hard to deal with.
Bubbles, tell us about the music that you actually composed for this docu-film.
Yeah, I mean it's all on a record that's out now called Long Hauler. 13 songs on there that I wrote. I wrote them, and one of the other shit rockers wrote some of them with me. Dwight, he wrote some of them, but yeah, I mean it's just good shit rocking music. There's some fast stuffs, there's some slower ballady kind of stuff, and there's some great big anthem kind of stuff. It's just kind of all over the place, the record, but people seem to be digging it.
Yeah, some good.
I gave one to Alex Lifeson, and he thought it was great. So that's a pretty good compliment.
And how are the rest of the band today? How do you love working with them?
Oh, hi,
Oh,
Arlen.
they're
Oh,
the rest of the band.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good. I haven't talked to them in a while since we got kicked off the tour and I had to send them home on the airplane. I only haven't really I talked to one of them, but that's it. So I don't know I'm gonna keep the band together though and get out on tour. Ricky and Julian are gonna come on tour hopefully next year. Maybe
what about
not
me, Bubs?
Randy, but
Yeah.
what?
I'll go.
Well, I don't know if we'll need you, Randy. Like if Ricky and Julian are there, Ricky could put strings on just as good as you, I bet.
No, better.
I'm fast though.
For this docu-film, how do you guys get used to having cameras in your faces all the time?
I still don't like it, but Julian's always been a bit of a show off and loves the cameras, following him around and documenting his life. So I guess you sort of get used to it, but it does suck, especially if you're breaking the law and they're filming it. And they can use it against you in court. It's not good.
I
Anyone
don't
else?
want to catch you, in your underwear.
Their hand down your pants.
No, they didn't. That's never been filmed. But sometimes the camera's not supposed to be there, and then they're there.
Hmm.
Well, if you're not doing anything fucked, it doesn't matter if the camera's there. They're just there making a documentary.
Sometimes you're doing something fucked and they sneak up on
I
you.
know. I know, Ricky. It's when you start pulling out handguns and selling dope to people and Randy's pants coming down and his wiener hanging out. That's when it gets weird.
Randy, how used to were you walking around in Europe, shirtless in its own way?
Well, I'm allergic to shirts on my fabric on my upper body. I get a rash, so I never wear shirts. So it doesn't matter where I go. But it was nice, and all people in Europe, they were whistling at me. That's a nice sign. That means they think you're attractive.
Guys or girls?
Both.
Wow.
Wasn't it too
I
cold for
can,
you?
Scotland was a little bit cold. It was a little cold in Scotland, but you know what? I've got a little extra padding, so it keeps me warm.
and I can verify that the fellows were whistling at him. Randy went to a Czechoslovakian sex club.
Hmm.
Wine and cheese.
That must have been really exciting for you all.
It was wonderful.
I missed it.
I'd go again, Bubs.
I wasn't there, so I have no interest.
Now, Bubbles, you opened for Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters. How was that? I mean, they treated you pretty well, didn't they?
Yeah, they treated us pretty well. I mean, our dressing room was always sort of in the garbage room or whatever, because they would get the nice dressing room and we'd be in the, where they keep the garbage and the bins and the recycling. But it was still fun. We were on a tour bus and got to travel on Billy's tour bus with him. And Billy's a fun guy to hang out with and drink liquor with. He's a good fella.
What, Julian, Ricky, what was your guys' experience over there? Your brief experience overseas. What was your most amazing memories?
I think just, once we realized Bubbles wasn't dead, that was a good memory. And then, going to Abbey Road, I don't think we were worthy to be in that building, but it was really cool to see, your friend record a song at a building that, Helix never recorded there, but some pretty big bands did, and Bubbles did. So it was, it's kind of cool.
What about for you, Julian?
I just thought it was pretty cool that, I was drinking in the bar at Abbey Road. I was just thinking as I'm drinking out of these drink glasses that, hey, Paul McCartney or John Lennon could have been drinking out of the same drinking glass. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Bingo star.
Probably not. Probably not the same drink glasses that they had 60 years ago.
Well, I drank out of a bunch of different kinds of glasses, Bob. So there's some that I knew were just new ones, but there's some old school ones that I think someone said, hey, that Julian or John Lennon drank out of that glass.
Maybe there was an unwashed John Lennon glass, and now you've got his DNA, and you're going to be rock star.
That's not going to happen.
There was that really old microphone there, and that's what I was thinking. Like, I wonder who spit all over this, shoved it wherever. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Julian, how was the rum and coke over there overseas compared to Canada?
It seems like most people over there drink pints of beer, but the rum was okay. They got a problem with the amount of ice they put in their glasses, their drinks. There's not enough ice. You got to have a good ice base when you mix up a drink. The rum somewhat like what we have here, but
It was harder to find. There's
you know what
a lot
really
more whiskey over there.
what pisses me off is the pubs all close down at like 12 o'clock, I think, at 11 o'clock. Like, that's just when you're getting going back here.
Wow. Bubbles, speaking of Abbey Road, tell us about that moment that you got to be, singing your song at that very moment at Abbey Road.
Well, I mean, it was pretty spectacular. I've always been into, old, bands, stuff that have recorded there. And, to actually be in there and, have all my friends there with me, Ricky and Julian, Ricky banging on his pot and Randy running around with the arse out of his pants and, just singing a song that I wrote in studio too at Abbey Road. It was, I'll definitely never forget it. I don't think I'll ever do anything cooler than that. It's not possible, I don't think.
That is a very one cool moment. And Randy, you made a lot of friends there at Abbey Road, didn't you?
I did, and people were very friendly to me, and some of them were big stars, but they just seemed like normal people. They seemed like they were having a good time, and
Not many people can say they had their bare ass hanging out at Abbey Roads, I guess.
I'm sure that's happened a few times.
There's a little
I don't think so, Randy. I don't think so. Not the way you had it out.
Well, you know what? First time for everything then. I'm a trendsetter.
How did you come up with that outfit for Abbey Road? What was that, a dress code thing?
That was actually my friend's idea. He's pretty artistic.
Ah, I see.
He's a weird bastard, is what he is, Randy, and he cut the arse out of your pants.
He looks just like the guy that's on the Raincoat Academy, I thought.
He does.
I think that's him, Ricky.
Oh, really? Wow,
I'm pretty sure.
that's pretty impressive for you, Randy.
He's pretty handsome, that's for sure.
So, Bubbles, are you working on another album after the success of this tour?
I mean, I haven't been yet, but I absolutely, I want to start because I already made the covers for like 3 or 4 albums and have all the songs listed there. And I made the covers. So now I have no choice. I got to write those songs and put the records out. So hopefully going to get, several records out over the next few years.
Bubbles, tell us what is your love for cats?
Well, I just, cats are the greatest thing, on the planet because they're loyal, they love you no matter what. They don't judge you or, they don't make fun of you. They don't care if your fucking eyes work perfect or not or, anything like that. They're just like the perfect creature and smart. Brilliant. Kitties are brilliant.
I don't know about that.
I got scratched by a Siamese kitty once. That kitty was a little mean.
Hmm.
Well, you shouldn't have been being an arsehole, Randy. You obviously set him off somehow.
Oh, maybe.
And for all of you, where if you guys do have a chance to tour again outside of the trailer park, where would you what are some of the places that are on your wish list?
Hamburg.
Hamburg.
Randy, you don't need to go to Hamburg, Germany. Jesus.
I'd like to go to a country where there's no words, just symbols.
Hmm.
We could go there, Ricky. Japan.
I probably wouldn't understand any of it, but it'd be kind of cool.
Japan has all symbols and no letters that you would recognize.
I think that would be cool.
We should go to Japan. A Japan, maybe China, South Korea, go all over there. That would be great.
Yeah, they have a name for it. I forget what it is.
Asia, Ricky.
That's it.
And Bubbles, and anyone who wants to step in, define Shitrockers. What that actually is.
Well, if anybody else wants to try, go ahead. But I'll give you the real definition. What do you think shitrocking means, Ricky?
I always thought it meant, you're trying to rock, but you're kind of shitty at it.
No, wrong. It's just any band, shitrocking's just when you walk into a place and music just starts making you go, like moving, and the band's just up there and they're really giving her. That's when somebody's shit rocking.
It's a
Doesn't
weird.
matter what kind of music it is, if they're up there and they're really giving her, they're really into it and they're just, coming on to her, then that's what shit rocking's all about.
I don't
It's
know. I
an
think it's
attitude.
a weird thing to have in your name. I mean, it just kind of sounds like you're shitty. Like we're shitty at rocking.
No, that's not what it means, Ricky.
All right. Well, hopefully people will get it because I didn't.
Shit rocking. It's an attitude. You're a shit rocker.
Mm,
You give her.
mm.
Okay.
Randy, and any possibility that you would take a food tour yourself to lead around the.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. I could try cheeseburgers everywhere. That would be a good idea.
Find the world's best burger.
I wonder where it is.
Could be right in the trailer park.
It might be. But I'd try cheeseburgers anywhere. I'd even try burgers made out of different types of animal.
I like Four Guys. That's a good burger.
Five Guys. It's five.
I've been there too. Four Guys is better.
Lots of guys. Anyways, well, let me start wrapping things up. So, Bubbles, is there a possibility of another tour, possibly for next year in 2025?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're aiming to do that. Get the shit rockers out. Ricky and Julian come with me. Maybe Randy if we have to bring them. But yeah, I mean, I would love to go out and just shit rock and play some shows and meet the people. Julian will probably, he'll be gouging trying to sell records and T-shirts, but that's fine too. People do enjoy that. So yes, I think a tour is inevitable in 2025.
So, have you been discussing with Julian on who you possibly want to be on this tour with?
I know one thing, Randy's not going to be on the tour 100%.
Come on, Julian. I want to go.
He might have to be Julian.
Well, we're going to have to try to think of something to cover up the smell of this guy because he's wretched. The smell is unbelievable.
I showered yesterday. Frig off.
You might have to get
I
a
think
couple new-
Julian, weren't you talking to Guns N' Roses and Iron Maiden and some of those bands? To
Yeah,
see
I
if we
was.
could open?
We can open up for Iron Maiden.
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
They're a bit heavy for, I'm a country act, but it might work.
So are you saying no? 'Cause I
No,
can spit it out.
I'll go with Iron Maiden or Guns N' Roses. That would be fantastic.
That would definitely be one shit rocking concert.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. They know how to shit rock.
Well, most excellent. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for speaking to us about your docufilm, Standing on the Shoulders of Kitties. It's really exciting. My cat certainly met all of you at the beginning of this interview because he was very excited for this film and can't wait to see you guys tour in 2025.
Awesome.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
come out to some
Yeah,
shows.
thank you.
We'll see you there.
Really appreciate it. And Julian, one of these
Cheers,
days
Matt.
I'll have to have some rum and coke with you.
There we go.
I'll sit down and have a drink and run with you any day, my friend. Just as long as Randy's not there.
We'll go for a burger.
There we go. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.